The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for the New Media Zone. With your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And a chance to win free movie tickets with the Poster Pals game. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello and welcome to the New Media Zone. And Dave here, and Dave with you. It's not Labor Day yet. This is the last weekend before Labor Day is coming up on the 2nd.
Oh,
So I glance off camera to see where it is. Looks like
summer's almost over.
September 2nd. This is an early Labor Day. Jerry would be gearing up for the performance right about now.
Who?
Jerry Lewis.
Oh,
Have you forgotten the big Labor Day?
no,
telethons
I haven't
already?
forgotten that. I used to enjoy the telethon, and then they cut him down. Didn't they cut it down to like a few hours?
Yeah.
And then they
towards
cut
the
him
end.
out?
Yeah, and then it's done.
Yep, I don't
No
do it anymore.
telethon.
What are we doing today, Ed?
Oh! Why can't we remember to do that? I was going to the date. We're taking a look at films. That's what we do tonight. Might only be one tonight. It's the end of the summer, so we have Playmobil. This is apparently a line of toys, very similar to Legos. And Official Secrets, but don't count on that one. Because we have some other material and some good stuff we may be substituting for Official Secrets.
See how we do this? On the fly.
Yeah, this is a British intelligence thing with Keira Knightley. It may be dropped.
But it's got some good actors in it.
Yeah.
Ray Fiennes, or Ralph Fiennes, however you choose to say it, but it's Ray Fiennes.
Yeah.
Matthew Good. Fine. A set of fine British actors.
But, you know, you can find that on your own if we got fine stories and material here. Hey, we're going to take a drag on a cigarette. I forgot I also have that. I just offered you some snacks. I think we have snacks we're going to do on the show here.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we'll do them tonight.
Okay.
Let's do this. Oh, and then we have the DVDs that are coming out.
And the game.
1 week is a little low on DVDs. I don't know which one it was. Maybe it's Labor Day. And then the chance to win the free movie tickets every week.
Right. So we delve into Playmobil.
Let's do. You're not going to believe this.
I believe anything these days. This stars people I don't know. Dino Andrade and Gabriel Bateman. When her younger brother disappears into the colorful and animated world of Playmobil, oh God,
It's
Maria is
Legos.
forced to abandon her organized and structured life to rescue him. Finding herself on an incredible and unpredictable adventure within this new world, Marla begins to see potential she never dreamed of. This is an animated feature film inspired by the Playmobil brand of toys. Yeah, it does have a sort of a Lego look. How's the animation?
It's the same as the Lego, as far as I can tell. Maybe a slight less.
What studio brought us the Lego? It wasn't Pixar, was it?
No. I'm not sure who does Lego.
So would the same company, you think, be doing this one, or?
No.
No.
I'm thinking, because there's a lot of Batman and things in that Lego, I'm thinking maybe Warner Brothers does that.
Okay.
Apparently the Playmobil has no name brand characters in it. Like Batman
gotcha.
or...
Right, they're just generic.
So if you want to see the Lego movie without any of the good characters in it,
Well, the clip that I'm looking at, Ed, I'm moderately entertained over. Just
You
to let
are.
You know.
Oh, Daniel, did you say Daniel Radcliffe was
No.
in this? No, I just saw, I think he's the one name in it that was just put up there.
No, I did not see his name. Zach Galifianakis looking character.
I think he may be in this.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Is he? Whoops.
I didn't see his name.
Keenan Thompson, I saw.
Well, they got
quickly
some
there.
names in there.
All right.
There you
Eh,
go.
you know, if you need the kids are driving you nuts in the last weekend here, back to school with you. Luckily, I haven't seen that many films in the theater this summer that I was annoyed by the kids, but they'll be back in school soon.
That's right. And then they'll be infiltrating the theaters on the weekends.
Yeah.
So are you skipping this official secrets?
We're gonna skip if we need it, and I don't think we will. We'll come back to official secrets. But you said you had a run-in with Time Warner. Is that
Well,
what we're calling it, or Spectrum? It is.
I don't know. Well, Spectrum Charter, I don't know what it is. But it's not, I wouldn't necessarily call it a run-in.
It's not a run-in. It's an odd experience.
But
to
you
have.
know, Ed, as I age, and this tends to be true, I think, of most people as they get older, there's very little holding back.
Oh.
You just tell people, and you're kind of a smart aleck for, choice, no, whatever. That's just a term I would use here. But I have not cut the cord yet, Ed.
No.
I am not a cord cutter, but it's looming.
You're
close.
not like me, that I keep it mainly because our show is on the.
No, it's just I don't find I'm not finding a lot of things on the Netflix that I like that I can keep, and I like to keep my local news, even though I have a Roku and I do have the channel 13, so I can watch Terarachi anytime I want. But I might be. It could be coming soon. Because I know I used to keep it for my hockey, so I could buy that hockey package. But now I can get through the Roku, so I don't need the Time Warner. But anyway, I went to watch my TV, and the box would not power up.
Oh.
I couldn't get any power. I'm like, what's going on? So I checked the wires. Everything's plugged in properly. I said, oh, this is a problem. So I called them, and they say, you do the reboot from there. So they reboot.
Yeah.
Still doesn't power up. Oh. You got to bring it in. You got to get rid of that box. It's probably no good. So I bring it in, and no
you
longer
go to
the
Colony
store.
Center?
Yes.
Yeah.
No longer do they have someone standing there taking your name.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's electronic now. You got to go up
no.
to a tablet, tap on this and this, type your name in, then it comes up on a board, and then they start calling you. Now I'm as technologically challenged as anyone could possibly be. I don't need this crap.
No.
But I managed to do that. It's like the Apple store. It's packed.
Oh.
There's no place to sit. Everyone is just in there milling around because, now they're selling all their products, all their mobile devices and all this stuff. And I'm sure cable TV is like, the dregs of society now for them. So I'm in there and they finally, call my name. And Mr. Excitement calls my name and follow me. So I follow him, sit down in this room in the back. And he says, what's the problem? So I explained to him, it wasn't powering up. And I said, on my way here, though, I thought of something. What if it's not the box? What if it's what if it's a wire that's just no good and I just need to replace the wire? I said, take this box, I said, and just plug it in.
Oh.
And see if it works or if it's, could be change out the wire. I can't do that. And I looked at him and I said, what? I can't do that. I said, are you telling me that you cannot turn around in your chair and plug this into the socket right behind you? No, can't do that. Okay. I'll be right back, sir. Goes back, gets me a new box.
Oh, yeah, they'll just hand you a new box.
With all the, all the wires and everything in it. And I looked at him again and I said, you really can't just plug that in. No, can't do that. I see you don't have phone service with us. And I went, you're trying to sell me phone service now when you couldn't plug that in? I go, that's not happening. And then off I went.
Oh.
And the new box, of course. is fine, but of course I have to reset all of my favorite channels through the 8,000 channels that you have, which of course really there's only 50 because they keep repeating themselves over and over again.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that is. You'll see.
But so yeah, that was my little experience with the exciting personality and the I'm not going to plug this in thing. I don't know. Are they afraid they're going to get electrocuted? Why do they have outlets there if you're not going to use it?
They would rather just hand you the whole new package
They
than
did, yeah.
try to give you a new cord or anything.
Right. Well, I found that out. I just thought it was going to be easier to just plug it in, but apparently no.
The last time I had a good experience, I needed a new remote, and I was walking up, and somebody saw me walking towards the thing and ran up from the back area and gave me the new remote before I even asked for it. But that must be a rare occasion, right? There used to be a guy standing in the front that would hand out the remotes.
No. So I got a whole new remote, which is completely different from the other one, which I can't get used to using. So I basically threw that aside and used the old one because it still works.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, but yeah, that's my wonderful Time Warner experience. I so want to get rid of them, but I think I may do it for the
You may do
hockey.
it.
Through that wonderful thing called Roku.
Roku, and you have to pay for things on Roku?
Well,
There's some free things?
there's a
or-
lot of free channels you get. But, you know, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, if you have that, you get that all through Roku. You download a bunch of channels. You can download old horror
The
films.
apps.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Local, you can get your local news. Sometimes you find local news. I found Channel 13 in there. So, yeah, you can get a lot of stuff through Roku. I like
Okay,
it.
something-
Pandora.
To look for down the road.
There you go.
Let's see. Yeah, we're about time for
Want to do your DVDs?
DVDs. And you had another story
Yes.
that I wrote down to remind you to tell that when you got down here, you forgot
Right.
and said, no, it was this other story. But you did have a story.
Yes, I do remember that. Okay. So go ahead with this fine film.
Apocalypse Now.
What year was that? Was that like 72?
79.
79. What am I thinking was 72?
We had an anniversary this year. Apocalypse Now.
Yes.
Now, you know, somewhere along the line, maybe in the 90s, they did Apocalypse Now Redo,
Okay.
which was like a director's cut. And apparently with this version, we are getting the final cut.
Okay.
I don't know what is on the final cut that wasn't on the other ones, but we are getting it.
Okay.
Remember, that had a lot of problems in production.
Now, who was in that? Was that Robert Duvall?
Yeah.
Was Brando in that?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a version of The Heart of Darkness, which I believe we read in one of our 11th grade English classes. Did you read that one?
Really, you're asking me
Right.
that? I can't remember 3 weeks ago,
Couldn't
2
remember
days
the
ago.
story you were gonna-
Yeah, yes, and then now you're asking me about 11th grade, which was,
Yeah.
God, what, 40 years ago, 41, 42 years ago?
Yeah.
No, I'm not, I don't know.
Yes, Marlon Brando was only at the end. They went into the heart of darkness, and he said, the horror, whatever. He went nuts in the woods, is what it was.
Okay.
All right, now the next one here, Dave.
Flesh Gordon.
Flesh.
Ooh.
Flesh! Ah! This was a 70s adults version of
Oh.
Flash Gordon.
They could have still kept the name Flash Gordon and could have used it as an adult name too.
Uh-huh, Flash, yeah.
So Flesh Gordon.
I don't know if this was one of those soft kind of adult films, so to speak.
Softcore? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't know how hard it was. We'll have to do some research. I don't know if Flesh was hard or soft.
This would be a good time to go into our Bewitched 2 Dicks segment.
Right. Flesh or Flash?
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. But hey, maybe I'll buy it. It's on Blu-ray. I hope it's been remastered to the highest of quality.
Because that's what we want. We want high quality flesh. Speaking of flesh, love letters. Isn't that the fleshy?
Do you remember? You must remember something about Love Letters because it was one of the films that Jamie Lee Curtis was topless.
Oh.
And I think it was a Whoopi scene with
James Keach?
James Keach, not Stacy.
Not Stacy.
This
James.
was the son.
Yes. There's a lot of traveling productions of love letters and plays and such. I see that frequently. I don't know if they're doing any of the nudity in the plays.
But on the play, I think people just sit on stage and read the letters back and forth.
Oh, well, that's boring.
Yeah.
Well, if they did it topless, that would be okay.
If there was a topless Jamie Lee Curtis reading letters.
Sometimes Edit's right to do the wrong thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh.
She drained men of their loves and lives. The leech woman.
I don't think there's an actual leech woman. Like we had that reptile a couple of weeks ago. Remember with the questionable makeup?
Yes.
It was like a reptile woman.
Yep.
I think this was kind of like a voodoo type story.
Oh.
She was draining men without a bad makeup job.
Okay.
Leech woman.
Sometimes I wonder if the cost of bringing those films out is worth what they're cruising.
Now cruising is worth coming back. I saw bits of this maybe when it was on HBO in 80 or 81. I don't know if this was 79 or 80 this movie came out.
Well, was 79 and Justice for All with Pacino?
Yeah, maybe this was 80, 81, or a little later, but I can just imagine the political incorrectness, whatever the word is, that this might have in it. He went undercover in the gay bars. There was gay murders going on. And he went undercover in leather outfits.
Oh, no.
All the rage in the early 80s. This is the director of The Exorcist, too, so I'm wondering what he did with this. I'll have to watch the whole thing.
Do you have it?
Right? I don't have it. Even in DVD, I don't think.
Okay.
All right. Now, you said you had the story you didn't remember, but you remembered.
Oh, this is a very brief.
It's a brief story.
This is just if you want me to go into it, this is how the state, New York State, works. As you know, Ed.
Yeah.
You are no longer employed.
No.
And I am, as of this show, had filed my retirement papers approximately a week ago.
With the state.
With the state. A few weeks back, not very long ago, I was trying to get into my parking garage. You have to scan your little card, your ID. And the arm goes up, you scan. I scan, it didn't work.
Oh, jeez.
So the fine attendant, who I couldn't understand,
Oh, no.
babbled something and then opened it for me. So I figure out it just didn't work today, whatever. But it works everywhere else.
Yeah.
That you get in. Scan, everything works. So I'm thinking the chip is fine. Something happened. Next day I go, scan, nothing. Oh, now he tells me you better go to parking services. You're going to need to figure that one out. We got to get some help there. So I go to parking services. I said, this doesn't, well, you need a new ID, sir. Well, I'm not getting a new ID because
geez.
I'm leaving. I said, I'm retiring in like 6 weeks. Because you have to pay for the new ID. I'm not paying for a new ID after 30 years. Now you're going to tell me I need a new ID for the next 4.5 weeks by the time I get it. No. Well, we can give you a temporary card to get you into the garage, but you're still going to need a new ID because it's got to have the chip for the garage. Whatever. So anyway, I'm ordering the new ID, but I'm telling you, I'm not paying you for this new ID. This is not happening. Oh, we don't think you need to pay for it afterwards. So So I need the new ID. But I got the temporary card, which is only good for a week.
Oh, jeez.
To which I say to them, you do understand it takes about 2.5, 3 weeks to get a new ID. So so what am I going to do? Come back, and we'll just, we'll give you a few extra days on it if you need to. All right. Well, a week's passed. I decide I'm going to try it again. It still works. So 2 weeks, it still works. So then I stop in and I said, I got this temporary. My ID is not ready yet. It could be another week or two. Can you give me a few more days on this card? Oh yeah, sure. They go in because we'll give you 2 more weeks. Now I'm thinking to myself, why don't you just keep extending it 2 weeks? Because you're really only going to have to extend it about 2 more weeks or 3 weeks. And then I'm gone. Mm-hmm. No, they can't do that, so they say. But they did extend it for 2 weeks, so I'm going to see what happens. But at least I'm not paying for the ID that I'm going to use for approximately 4 days and then no longer need because I won't be there anymore. But I will say the blue-haired woman was very lovely.
Oh, do they still have that? They haven't had that since the 70s.
Oh, she's got blue hair.
Oh, this is like current day blue hair, not
Yes. Yes.
Mrs. Wickham, the the librarian who had blue hair. I don't know what kind of blue hair that was in our day.
The receptionist at the parking services had blue hair.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's security, so there's a door you can't see in or anything. But 2 people came out after while I was dealing with one with flaming pink hair and one with green hair. And I didn't know if there was some kind of party going on. I was going to ask.
Like a cotton candy stand.
Yeah. I wanted to ask what's going on, but then I'm sure I would have got that blank look like, no, what are you talking about? It's normal for us to have blue, pink, and green hair. But anyway, in any case, so I was, after over 30 some years, now my ID doesn't work when I'm no longer going to be needing.
Do you think they
my
needed
ID.
to clean the lens on the parking garage? Because it worked everywhere else.
It worked everywhere else, but no. When I got what was it? I got something else, and I said, I want to test it. So I went down to the parking garage and I tested it with this guy, and you have to wait for a car because of because it needs. So I waited. It was only like a minute. Car comes in, he tries it, scans it. No, it doesn't work. He said it's not registering anything. It's not even changing the light. Is nothing. He said this thing is completely dead.
Huh.
I'm like, okay. So I go back up and I tell the people at parking services. And I said, well, I just went down to test it. And before I finished my sentence, you can't do that. You have to wait for a car. To which I said,
it doesn't work in the car, out of the car.
I said to her, I'm not an idiot. I know that. And so does your parking attendant. So it didn't work when the car came up. Oh, okay. Well, you need a new ID. It's just a nightmare. New York State. I'm getting out. Even if I can't live on my pension, I'm getting out.
You got to get out. There's a slim chance, if you have to have the ramen noodles.
Yeah.
All month.
Plus, plus it's just going to be me at the house with the daughter now gone out to graduate school. So it's just me.
Just you home.
So I can live on the sandwiches and toast.
Uh-huh.
So I'm good.
You walk around in your underwear
Oh.
anytime you want.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Get up at 12.
Open the curtains.
It'll be interesting to see what you do.
Yeah,
because you said you might be bored, and
Yeah.
I don't think you will be.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see what happens in another couple months. When are you going to be out?
It'll be,
where you
well,
don't have
this
to
is,
go, even if you're not out?
This day being the 27th right now, the first showing of this, I'm out in a month.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'll tell you that last month goes very slow, though, in the last couple months. I was finally getting around to putting together the video I shot in my last week in there. And boy, there's some bad memories coming back. There's some bad memories. And I'm seeing posts from people at work and all kinds of the memes and things saying, I hate work. I'm glad it's Friday, whatever. And I just, yeah.
See, I don't mind.
know.
I enjoyed my work, but it is time. I just woke up one day and said, I don't want to do this anymore. The alarm goes off, and you're just going, oh, crap. Just another 2 hours, or in your case, 5.
This is about the only time I have to prepare myself for a certain time is doing this show now.
Well, once I'm gone, we do it any time during the week.
11
o'clock at night.
Anytime. I'm available anytime now.
All right, maybe I'll do it at 3 in the morning.
Whatever is good for you after that.
All right. Oh, it's a game time.
It's game time already.
All right.
How time flies.
Oh, yes.
When you're not working or you're doing shows.
And stay tuned next week, folks, for the Fine Price Chopper story. or / Market 32.
Has this story made you not want to go to Price Chopper
It's
ever
close.
again? Or we're getting
It's
close?
teetering. I'm teetering on the edge after this one.
Okay.
But it thoroughly upset the person in front of me even more.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway, it's Post a Pairs game where you send in 2 numbers via email, numbers from 1 to 6. We select your entry, reveal what's behind those numbers over here on this board. And if they matches, you win 2 free movie passes. If you spin the wheel, you have a chance to win up to 6 tickets. Here we go.
Here we go. 76 in the studio.
Ooh, balmy.
That's as high as it gets. You know what happens? Well, when I was
Oh,
at
no.
work at 78, I would have to leave the office.
Oh, you didn't like drop your pants. Or anything.
No.
Is that allowed?
That happens when we tape the show.
Oh, great.
Except I have shorts on now.
Well, that's good. I'm so happy that it only happens here. And this time it is David Matheson with
Okay.
Ed's handwriting. 2
Oh!
and 6.
You know
2
what
and
that
6.
means? That's one from this run.
Ooh,
we
new one.
kept all the old ones in there.
All right. 2 and 6 and spin.
Spin.
That's very important, the spin. But here we go.
I think
2
he
and
won
6.
the one ticket with the spin.
Oh, maybe. I don't
A couple
recall.
weeks ago, I think. Yes, he did.
2
Send it out to
and...
Oh.
Nope, sorry, did not win. Let's see what's behind the other ones. Is it the old up and down ploy? Well, just for that one. See, if it was just 2 and 5, Dave, you would have won. But it wasn't. Well, folks, if you want to enter, chance to win, send an email to MediaZone95. That's MediaZone95 @gmail.com. MediaZone95 @gmail.com. 2 numbers from 1 to 6. And as I've said before, we select your entry, we review what's behind those numbers. If they match, you win 2 free movie passes. If you're right, spin the wheel. We spin the big exciting wheel for a chance to win 6 movie tickets.
Yeah, something happens by the 4th show we're taping in this run. We don't get to the wheel. We'll bring it out just to remind the folks. It's very colorful.
And real.
It's a real wheel. Plus, we have the poppers from.
Yeah, I really should get those out just in case. I was thinking of that just in case he won this. So I'll just take some out now.
I just remembered at our last taping a month ago, I said I was going to email you to get you some of your favorite posters.
Uh-huh.
Because we were going to redo the posters. That wasn't done in
No.
the past. Well, see if you get this when you retire, that you just, the time flies by and there's things you want to do. You do notice, did you notice something behind the cameras here, though? That was there the last time we taped? I got to all the models that were piled up.
Oh, no, I don't remember
Those
that.
are all my
Okay. Well,
We're getting there.
You got stuff accomplished. That's good.
stuff was accomplished in the past month.
I just think I'm going to eat Ben & Jerry's ice cream and become morbidly obese.
Speaking of that, aren't they doing a Bernie Sanders?
Oh, I don't know.
I want the Bernie Sanders Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
I don't know. I just had some last week at the Tonight Show dough.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's okay. I really don't like it only because I don't like Jimmy Fallon. I just think he's ruining the legacy of Carson. But when you go back and look at Carson, it was kind of bland. You do have to spruce it up, make it a little more exciting for today's audience,
Yeah,
which
you
I
have to
think
play
is what he's
games.
doing. Yeah, which is what he's doing. But I don't know. I'm old school, Ed.
You didn't run across the very bad and unfunny Will Ferrell stunts from a couple of weeks ago
No.
where he appeared on every late night show
No.
as the anchor man. What's his name? The anchor man
I don't
character?
know. I never saw the Anchorman.
I saw it once, and just the 2 appearances I saw, just unfunny. The Burgundy character.
Oh, Ron Burgundy.
Ron Burgundy, just not funny. Somebody must enjoy it. It's not my kind of thing. But he was on apparently 5 of the late night shows.
Well, 5? Wait a minute.
Promoting his podcast, by the way.
There's the Conan that's only a half hour now.
Yeah, he might have been on there.
And then you got the Tonight Show.
4
You
shows.
you got Jimmy Kimmel. You got who's the other one? Oh,
Fat-
Colbert.
Colbert, he was on all of them.
Okay, that's 4. Who's the 5th one?
Conan.
That's 4.
The Seth Meyers.
Oh, okay.
He was on
That's
all
a
of
late
them.
one.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you next time. Price Chopper Story. I can't wait.
The New Media Zone has been a Cable 2000 production.